don't want to talk about this, but we need to talk about this. Lisa Marie Presley's book is now out, thanks to her daughter publishing it after her death. Lisa Marie grew up as a Scientologist from age 10 on. And the story that happens to her when she's 10 here, that is on People magazine, comes with a trigger warning. Please, if you are sensitive to SA or, child abuse, then this might not be the post for you. But it is important because how it was handled is the most Scientology thing I've pretty much ever heard, and I'm going to explain why. Lisa Marie's mother, Priscilla, dated a man named Michael Edwards after Elvis died. And in this book, Lisa Marie has said that Edwards would come into her room as a night when she was a child and as she grew older. So keep in mind, they joined Scientology as 10. It started at 10 and it continued to happen. And do these things to her, often to the point that she would develop bruising. There's a lot more to it. I'm not going to read all this out loud. It is disgusting. It is vile. It is illegal. It is harmful. It's awful. But if the actual crimes weren't bad enough, the way that Priscilla Presley handled this is disgusting. First of all, he tried to make excuses. Oh, I'm sorry, in Europe, that's how they teach kids. That's what I'm doing. Way to throw an entire continent under the bus. Not true. And one time she showed her mother, Priscilla, her bruised bottom and alleges that Michael Edwards excused his behavior by saying he was drunk, or that Lisa Marie was actually flirting with him. And Priscilla did broker an apology, but from what I understand, they didn't stop dating at the time, and there were no charges filed. Now, what does this have to do with Scientology? Okay, well, this is one thing that Scientology teaches. You must be doing something wrong for bad things to happen to you. It's built into the, quote, technology of Scientology. We saw this completely illustrated in the Danny Masterson trial, particularly the second one where he was found guilty of 2 counts of forcible R and is now serving 30 to life in prison. His victims, even though they went to members of the Church of Scientology, to say what had happened to them, and there is documentation that supports this, they were told that they had done something to pull it in, basically karmic energy. It was the victim's fault. And this was happening in, the late 2010s, 20-teens. What happened to Lisa Marie happened for about 6 years in the late 1970s to early 1980s. So we are talking about almost 50 years of DARVO. You know what DARVO is, right? DARVO is a narcissist abuser's biggest tool. Deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. So deny, oh, that's what we do in Europe. Or, no, Danny Masterson didn't do anything. Attack, you came on to me. Or even worse, you deserved something like this to happen to you. And reversing the victim and offender. It was Lisa Marie Presley's fault. Because at 10, it could totally be her fault. So frustrating. Or it was Danny Masterson's victim's fault. Because of what? Something they did in a past life? I'm truly sorry for the disgusting topic of this content, but I feel like it's really important to get out there. Patterns are patterns. Things can't change in Scientology because the policies and procedures were written in 1950. They were applied in 1970, every single decade. And if Danny Masterson's trial and conviction and all that taught us anything, it's still happening to this day. So thank you for listening, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please be sensitive when you comment in my comments because the whole topic is gonna get me shadow banned. But we can't stay quiet.